Have you ever thought that Lionel Messi actually might be a cat? He looks like a cat. He sometimes behaves like a cat. He certainly plays like a cat. Very talented. If a cat could play football, it would be Lionel Messi. But anyway, welcome to my biosphere at the Daily Eye Roll. This is where we have a bit of a conversation. We might have a bit of fun, but we'll certainly get to the bottom of some of the issues that face us today. Lionel Messi isn't just a footballer. He's a global icon. His global influence extends far beyond football, making his actions, his gestures, and his powerful silencers political symbols. In the aftermath of Argentina's World Cup loss, let me just repeat that just in case you didn't get it. Argentina lost. Messi turned his back on Spain during the celebrations. Lionel Messi, what was going through his mind when he did that? Argentina have been world champions on several occasions. They know the value of winning such a big prize. And yet they felt that they had to turn their backs against worthy opponents. It wasn't like they sneaked through with a bit of luck and a sleight of hand. They actually won the game decisively. So the critics argued Argentina's post-match violence reflected the nation's political alignment with Israel and the hostility towards Spain's condemnation of the Israeli actions in Gaza. Now, that might be an explanation why the Australian team turned their backs on Spain. But was it the right thing to do, especially for a team like Argentina? They're not a small player in this game. But from this perspective, the Argentinian aggression became interpreted as a gesture of solidarity with the Israelis, and of course, by extension, an implicit endorsement of the Israeli military operations in the death of many Palestinian civilians, many thousands of Palestinian civilians, incredible number of deaths. Messi, as the team captain, was widely condemned, and quite rightly so, for refusing to intervene to stop his team from violently responding to the Spanish team. What Messi did, he sat on the floor, on the ground, and he sat there in silence, staring at the sky, like he was expecting the second coming of Christ. Well, that miracle was never going to happen. He knew that, the world knew that, and we certainly know that. Someone should have told Messi, Argentina lost the World Cup final, so live with it, get on with your life. Spain beat you decisively, should have been the message. But let me remind you again, if you didn't get it the first time, Spain won the World Cup. No amount of sky gazing was going to change that fact. His silence became the centre of a global debate. People were talking about it. People were going crazy about why Argentina, the team, not Messi, but the team, turned their back on the whole celebration of the championship. Why did Messi not intervene? Why did Messi sit on the floor with his back towards the team? Why did he look so miserable and sad? What was going through his mind? Did he feel like he let somebody down? Did he feel like he let Israel down? Did he let Trump down? Who did he think he was letting down? Because his tears were clearly not about the game. It was about his performance and the performance of his team. Some claimed his lack of response was a deliberate act designed for maximum symbolic impact. In modern politics, silence, not science, silence is no longer neutral. It becomes a statement. It becomes a headline. It's a narrative. It might even be a gesture to peel a potato, who knows? But it certainly has an impact. Messi's stillness was read as an endorsement of the genocide that was taking place in Palestine. Even though he said nothing himself, he stood there in silence. He sat there in silence. He looked like his mother had just died. But it certainly wasn't because Argentina lost the World Cup. Messi's past visits to Israel for charity events, youth programs, Barcelona tours, led to praise from his friend, the Israeli Prime Minister. Although Argentina insists these visits were harmless and non-political, but isn't everything in football political? Isn't excluding Russia political? Isn't excluding Iran from staying in the US political? Wasn't expelling, was it a Somali refugee, a Somali referee political? Symbolism often overrides the facts. So the fact that it may not be political, but the symbolism itself behaves as a fact that identifies that particular action as a major political incident. Argentina maintains close political ties with Netanyahu. Genocidal animals often attract like-minded villains. So when Messi turned away from Spain, commentators immediately connected the gesture to Israel, regardless of whether the link was real. They had found their villain, the one who was looking for Jesus in the sky. Sounds like a song, doesn't it? Looking for Jesus in the sky. Isn't there a song like that somewhere, like a heavy rock metal song? Anyway, the United States added their own layer of villainy. Sorry, not villainy, villainy. I sound like Donald Trump now. I can't get my words out. Now I know what he feels like. Trump has publicly praised Messi and frames him as a symbol of greatness for the United States. When Messi turned his back on Spain, the US political media speculated whether the gesture aligned with Trump's admiration for toughness. Again, politics filled in the blanks. So now, the daily eye roll analysis. The key phenomena here: modern politics assigns greatness to celebrities without waiting for them to speak. A gesture becomes a political stance. A silence becomes a message. Messi's behavior became raw material for the storytelling. This whole affair very quickly became a one-person circus, but without the talent. Yet none of these interpretations came from Messi himself. Messi's global prominence means that he gets dragged into a political circus and allows himself to look like a village clown, whether he likes it or not. In Israel, he's a symbol of excellence. In the US, a symbol of greatness. In Argentina, a symbol of pride. In Spain, after the Cup final, he became a symbol of contempt. A man who spent his entire life creating such wonderful football is finally seeing probably his last World Cup as a contemptuous footballer. Not a great image to leave by. So here we have one man, four political meanings. This is the proof that confidence and competence are not related. Consequently, the Zionist lobby basically wrote a whole political manifesto for him while he just stood there blinking. The danger lies in how political symbolism spreads. People project meaning onto players, creating narratives that feel real, even when they're not. Messi's gesture was widely interpreted as disrespectful and an expression of political alignment with Netanyahu and Trump. Whether intentional or not, politics cared only for about the narrative. Messi became a symbol within Zionist political storytelling because symbols are a powerful tool. In the end, Messi's silence became part of the global political conversation. Whether he wanted this or not is immaterial. Messi may not yet realize it, but he's been pulled into a Zionist political machine where the devil's work is never done. Along with others, Messi became another global figure placed on the sacrificial altar, consumed by narratives that demand the political blood of new icons to fuel the greater Israeli project. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the daily eye roll, and we look forward to seeing you again. But right now, I'm off home to get some mashed potatoes and chicken tikka masala. So behave yourselves, or don't. I'm not your dad. Take care. See you soon. If you liked today's video, please subscribe, leave a comment and join our growing YouTube family. Your support really helps keep the conversation going.